Welcome to week 12 of Heidamath NCAA football predictions. And as you'll notice, this week I have moved up into the temporary studio, which gives me a green screen capability. So I'm not actually in Annapolis right now. I'm actually in my studio, which is upstairs in my home. So let's review. Week 11, 4-4. Iowa did not beat Wisconsin. Alabama did not beat LSU. TCU did not beat Baylor. And Penn State was upset by Minnesota. So kind of an exciting week of upsets, but not very good for my average. So as I'm looking at my stats, I am 57-25 for the season. And for someone who has been making picks based on emotion, that's really not too bad. And the good news is both Army's having an okay season, Navy's having a great season. So here we go with this week. We're only going to do 7 games. All 7 teams are playing. There's not a game of the week. So VMI is playing Army. I couldn't find the line on this game, probably because it didn't go to 3 digits. Army is at home at Mikey Stadium, probably past the prime fall colors, which is one of the reasons to go to Mikey Stadium because it's so beautiful. But I predict Army big against VMI. Next game, Texas is coming up here to Iowa. Texas is favored. Well, no, I'm sorry. Iowa State is favored by 7 points. Texas is really, from my preseason pick of making it into the College Football Championship Series, they have fallen. So Iowa State is favored. I'm still picking Texas for my son-in-law. So I'm going to pick Texas as an upset. Minnesota is at Iowa. Iowa's favored by 2.5. I think Iowa in a home game, in a squeaker, is going to beat Minnesota, and Minnesota will no longer be undefeated. So I'm picking Iowa in that one. Ohio State is going to Rutgers. Not even close. Ohio State's favored by, 51.5 points. So I'm going to pick Ohio State there. They're going to stay undefeated. Alabama's going to Mississippi State. They will win that as well, and they are the best one-loss team in the nation. They got beat by LSU last week. I still want them, still pick them, still favor them to get into the college football playoffs, but it's going to be tricky with how tight the top of the SEC is going to be. Wisconsin's coming to Nebraska. Wisconsin's favored by a couple of touchdowns, and I hate to go against the Cornhuskers, but I'm pretty sure Wisconsin is going to win that game, so I'm picking the Badgers over the Cornhuskers. And the Navy is going to Notre Dame. So they're going into South Bend, and when I was at the Naval Academy, it was the longest, from a Navy perspective, losing streak of any team. And if you haven't looked back at the history of the Navy-Notre Dame football game, maybe I'll put a link to that in the show notes of this YouTube video, but it's worth taking a look at how the Secretary of the Navy said Notre Dame is a national treasure. So when Notre Dame during World War II is going to have to close their doors because of low enrollment, the Navy set up some officer training programs there. Some of the buildings built by the Navy in World War II are still in use. And had it not been for the Navy making a commitment to Notre Dame, there would be no Notre Dame today. And as a way to say thank you, Notre Dame keeps Navy on the schedule, even though there are many things that they could do on their schedule that would make them more competitive for national championships in the years when they can do that. So at Notre Dame is favored by 9.5, 10 points. I think with the way Navy has been playing kind of inconsistently, they had the week off, I think for at least 3 quarters, they're going to stay competitive with Notre Dame. And if they can do that, I think Navy's going to beat Notre Dame. That's my big upset prediction this week, is Navy will beat Notre Dame. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If not, go Navy, beat Notre Dame.